Hello students, let us study while statement of a C programming. So before to study this while statement, see here, this is a looping statement. There are three looping statements. One is a for statement, while statement and do while statement. It is a mechanism by means of which a set of statements are executed repeatedly. So set of statements are executed repeatedly. So the repetition, unless it is to be a false, it will repeats the loop with a only single statement, either with a for statement, with a while statement, or with a do while statement. It is not necessary to mention, to go to, and then to repeat like a if else statement. So here we are going to use these three looping statements. And now let us study the first, that is the while statement. This is used to execute a set of statements repeatedly as long as a specified condition is true. This is the syntax for the while statement. While with a logical expression. This is the short form, logical expression, and it does not having a semicolon here. Then if it is true, whatever the statements are to be executed, whether it is a simple one or a compound, so which it consisting of a many or a simple statement, is to be written within the left and right parenthesis. This is the syntax of while statement. So therefore, write the syntax of while statement. If they will ask, then you write this inside the box of this statement, and then write where this while is a keyword. This is the keyword, and log expression, this is a logical expression that results in either true or false. Then third one, that is a statement, so it may be a simple or a compound statement, so which it carries 2 marks. So therefore you write the syntax in this way. And now this is the simple understanding through the flowchart. See here, it is a evaluate the expression, the logical expression. If it is true, then it will go again with the whilst, means the loop it will be continuous unless and until it will becomes a false. So if it will becomes a false, then directly it comes out of the while statement. Okay, so this is the one simple example. Write a C program to accept your name and print it for the desired number of times. Okay, so we have to print the name repeatedly for desired number of times. It means that we have to ask the time, how many times the name is to be print. So therefore first we have to take the name and take the number of times. Now hash include, that is standard input output with .h. Then it is started with a main function. Then this is the starting point, that is a left curly brace. Now the name is to be we have to read, so that name it is having the character. So therefore it is not a int, it is not a float, this is the character char, it is the name, and then you have to write the name. So if you want to write the name with only the 5 alphabets, then you can write 5. So if it is 20, so maximum generally, so it is a 20. It is quoted with a this is square brackets, and after this ended with a semicolon. Then int, how many times? Say it is a k times, or you can also write it is a n, n, then comma with a I. So what for this I is used? This is I is used to increased 1 by 1. So therefore the another term, that is a I, is taken here. Then printf. What first you are going to ask, what is your name? So therefore print what is your name. Then you whatever you have that is taken in the name, you have to get the name. So therefore in case of int we are using scanf. So likewise in case of character we must use a gets name, and it is ended with a semicolon. Then printf. Then first you have read the means you have entered the name, then you are going to enter the how many times. So therefore this is printf, how many times to print your name. So then you used this input statement, that is a scanf, and this is an integer. So therefore with a double inverted quotes, and it is percentage of d and comma ampersand of k times. If you use n here, then it is a ampersand of n, then it is completed with a semicolon. And initially you take this I equal to 0. So if you take I equal to 1, then one loop it will left. So therefore you take I equal to 0. Then the condition, the while statement is used here. While if I is less than or equal to n, or it is a k times. So whatever, how much of k times that you have asked here. So if it is n equal to 3, then if I is less than 3, until and unless if it is less than 3, it will execute the statements here. So if it will false, so if I becomes 3, then it will comes out from the while statement. So therefore if I is less than k times, then it will execute this statement. So within the left and right curly brace. So here, so what you here, so gets the name, or also we can use the print, print the name, and then it is I is increased by 1. So with this symbol double plus, it is used for to increase the I, which it increased by 1, that is I equal to I plus 1. So therefore this is puts the name, and then it will be increased by 1, again it will continues this one. So here while it comes here, then I becomes a 2. So unless and until if I is less than k times, it will continues, means it will repeatedly continues the loop, and finally so it will ends off. After if it will be false, it will comes out from the loop statement, then you used the end of this main function. So therefore this is the end of the main function. So this is the program how we are going to use a while statement. This is the output. So after run the program, so you will get what is your name, that you have already written here. So if you write the name, say Kalyani, then how many times to print your name? So if you write the 3 times, then it will writes the 3 times. So if it is 5, so it is depending upon the how many times that you are going to enter, so it will print. So likewise you are going to write the program that how many times you are going to print the name. And this is the another program, that is write a C program to find the sum of first n integers. So how many times means n, say n equal to 3, it means that 1 plus 2 plus 3. So what is the value? So therefore you first read the value of n, then sum equal to sum plus n. So likewise you are going to add. So likewise you are going to repeat the loop with a while statement. So this statement can also be used with the help of if and if else statement. So those compared to that one, the while statement is a better. So therefore started with a hash include stdio.h, and this is the main function. And here the main function, it will started with a left curly brace. Int n means how, that is a integer. Then I means it will repeatedly I equal to I plus 1. So therefore we are taking this I. Then initially let us take the sum equal to 0. Then also as the loop it will repeatedly continues, the sum is increases. then the printf. So what we are going to read? The value of n. So therefore enter the value of n. And then scanf, and this is scanf, this is the integer, so therefore this is the percentage of d within the double quotes, comma, this is ampersand n, and it is ended with a semicolon. And here initially let us take I equal to 1 here. See, this is I equal to 1, but here it is equal to 0, because here only we are putting the name, but here only, here we are doing means addition. So the first addition is there, so therefore I equal to 1, while I is less than or equal to n, so they have taken the another one equal to n. Then what happens? It will execute this statement, sum equal to sum plus I, and it is I is increased by 1. Again this loop it will be repeated unless and until I is greater than n. So if it is greater than n, it is comes out, and finally what is the sum after the completion of the loop? So it will prints. So the printf equal to sum of 4d. So 4 is nothing but let us consider it is having the 4 digits, up to 4 digits, so it will prints if you write like this with a backslash n, so which it indicates that in the next line, that with a sum whatever it is executed here, so it will prints. This is the end of the while statement, and this is used for end of the main statement. So likewise we can write the program. So after run the program, see here, enter the value of n. So if you write the value of n equal to 10, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 7 8 9 up to 9, then so it will adds, and finally the sum equal to 55. Okay. Oh, this is the something about the while statement. Now let us see the do while statement. This is used to execute the set of statement. See here, while statement, it is a pre-test loop. So initially we are put the condition, but in the case of do while, so first we are going to put the statements, and next we are going to test the condition. So therefore this is called as a post test loop. This is used to execute the set of statements repeatedly until the logical test results in false. So if it is false, then it will comes out, and this is called the post test loop, because the test for repetition is made at the end of each pass. So the syntax for this one is, first you do these statements, and finally it will check the condition. So likewise we are using, first we write the statements and next we are going to check the expression. So that is the syntax for do while statement. This is the syntax. So do and while are the keywords, whereas a statement may be a simple or a complex, and logical expression is the results either whether it is a true or false. So same it is actually. So here we are using the while first, so and we are not using do here, so only the while statement, and here we are using do while statement. First it will executes the statement, and next the while statement it will be compare, means whether it is checked, it is to be a true or false. And now again see, this is the simple understanding through the flow chart. See here, execution of the body of do while, then evaluate the logical expression. So if it is true, then it will continues to the loop. If it is false, it comes out from the loop statement. So it is directly goes to the next statement. So let us see one simple example. Write a C program to print the sum of all odd integers between 1 to 50. So 1 to 50 odd integers, say 1, 3, 5, 7. So we are going to add all the odd integers. So therefore first you are going to take the sum and also the odd number. So then we are going to increase the odd number by 2. Then finally we are going to print the sum. So let us see. Ash with the include stdio.h, and here it is a main function. Thus starting point at the beginning of the main function, and then integer, odd number. So let us take this odd number, or also we can take a n, n, and then sum equal to 0. And if this odd number equal to 1, so then do, see, first it will do these statement, then it will check this, do sum equal to sum plus odd number, then odd number equal to odd number plus 2, or instead of this we can use this one, odd number equal to plus or equal to 2. It means that odd number equal to or plus 2, we can use this or this, any one, but in this so they have used both. So then after this one it will comes out from the loop until and unless, so it will continues this the loop. If the while here odd number, if it is less than or equal to 50, then automatically it will comes out and prints the sum equal to, so this much. And this is the program of how to print the sum of all odd integers between, so 1 to n or 1 to 50. Okay, so directly it will gives the sum, that is a 620 initially, that we are going to use. And now this is another example. So this example, see here, write a C program to accept the color code for the colors of the rainbow and display the name, and it should also ask the programmer whether he or she wants to continue. The program should be repeatedly execute as long as the choice is 1. So let us consider, if it is continue, then it is to be a 1. If it is not continue, let us put it as a 0. So in logically, in what way we are going to write the program, that is depending upon you. So initially this hash with the include, so this is the header file, then main function, starting main function, so integer, here we are going to choose which color it is, so therefore color code, or also just you take a color of this one, then choice, then you use this do. So what we are going to do, we do these statements. First here print the enter the color code. So we are going to read the color code with the help of input statement, because this is a integer, so therefore this we took this as a percentage of d with the color code. Then switch, here we are using a one more statement, that is a switch statement, because the rainbow has a 7 colors. So instead of taking the different branches, for taking different branches, the switch statement is helpful. So therefore this the case 1, so switch statement, this is the starting, that is the beginning of the switch statement. Here we are going to use a color code. So which color code, that will goes for a different cases. So let us consider case 1, that is printf color white. So if it is white, then after the printing of this one, so it will means discontinue, means break, then comes out. Then case 2, printf color blue break. Then case 3, color green break. 4, indigo break. 5, yellow break. 6, orange break. 7, red break. So if it will complete this 7, so let's next in switch statement, and finally you write the one default statement. If the color is not there, then it will directly prints it is not a color of the rainbow, then it will breaks. So after it comes out of this switch statement, so it is directly goes. So do you want to continue, because the in program they have asked, so you write the program like this, if you want to continue, then you can continue. So therefore the printf, do you want to continue, then printf, so if press 0 or 1, if it is 0, then you don't want to continue, if it is 1, you want to continue. Then therefore, so then scan, so what is your choice, so this that choice, if it is equal to 1, then you use the while, the choice, if it is equal to 1, then it will be continuous. If it is equal to 0, so it will end of the main function. Likewise we are going to write the program. This is the output statement, enter the color code. See here, after execution of the program, means compiling, So enter the color code. If it is 7, it directly goes to this 7. And that color is the red. Do you want to continue? Press 0 or 1. So if it is 1, again it will continues. So enter the color code, that is 2. So if it is means 2, nothing but a blue, then do you want to continue? If it is press 0 or 1, if you pressed 0, then it will comes out of the program. Okay, so likewise you write the program. So let us see the another example. Write a C program to print the sum of the following series. Let us see the series carefully. It is 1 minus of 1 by 2 plus of 1 by 3 minus of 1 by 4 plus of 1 by 5 minus of 1 by 6 and up to n terms. So n terms it will be continue. So let us consider this first term is say 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. First you are going to create this kind of a numbers, and then you are going to either plus minus sign. So sign is also to be multiplied with that one, then it is a added, then you will get the total sum of this one. So let us see the program. This hash include, this is the input statement, then the main function, this is the left parenthesis, then int n, how many times? N, nothing but it is a n up to this n times. So therefore then the sign we are going to change for each term. Then the term count, so let us take this term count also, you can take a x. So if you it is very lengthy, then you can simple way you can take it as a x. Then sum, initially the sum equal to 0, you take this one. Then the term, then the number, then this is the denominator. So denominator is increased by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So therefore the denominator is taken as a separate one, then it is divided in the formula. So therefore this, then the printf, here enter the number of terms in the series. So how much of series? So scanf, that is to be entered n. Then you take first sign symbol, that is a plus 1, then a number equal to 1. So number, that is the upper one, this one, this number 1, these are the denominators. Number equal to 1, then the initially consider the denominator equal to 1, the term count, initially the term count is equal to 1, then do this term equal to term number divided by denominator, that is den, into the sign, it indicates the first term, that is the 1 divided by 1 into the symbol. So it is 1 by 1. Initially it is number is 1, the denominator is 1, the sign is also 1, so it will, the term is 1. Next, sum plus equal to term, and that is equal to, so sum is equal to sum plus term. So it is like this, it is added, sum equal to sum plus term, and then the denominator is increased by 1, so therefore you use a double plus and it is ended with a semicolon. Then the sign, here the sign is plus 1, you have to change the sign, so therefore this is equal to minus 1. Then the term, this will also, the term count, so it will also increased by 1 by 1. Then if this will be continuous, this will be continuous unless the while statement, that is a term count is less than or equal to n. So in every step the sign becomes a 1 sign, here it is a minus, then it will execute the term and then the sum comes, then in the next way again it is a minus 1, so that it is to minus 2 minus 1, that will becomes a plus. So likewise the symbol, that is a sign, so it will be changing, one with a plus, another one with a minus. So likewise the sum is also, it will adds the terms. And finally outcome after this while statement, printf, that is a sum of the series. So here we took a 8.2, means the after decimal point the 2 digits, so before it is a 8. So how much of you want, you write here. This is the float, and here this is the sum. We are going to write the sum, and this is the end of the main function. So after execution of this program, enter the number of the terms in series. See, enter the number of how many terms are there. So if it is 4 and the sum of the series equal to this much, means 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, then plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. So up to the 4, so it will adds, and this is the sum. Okay, so these are the programs on do while statements. Thank you.